Hey guys, so we're almost done. We're on to number 15. So as you can see here though as well, so we need to make sure we're having a look at the different ones we've drawn. So we just used before, we used 12 for number 13, and we can actually also use number 15 to help and do, so we can, sorry, we can use number 12 to help do number 15. So you might notice the lengths are the same, so they're both 50 millimeters wide. The depth of them's a little bit different, but we can change that. And also, so you can see it's just basically a cut in half version of that, just a little bit over halfway. So it should be pretty simple to copy. So if I make this a little bit bigger, sorry, and then if we go to part number 11, I think, no, it'll be part number 13. So part number 13. Oh, so you can see here, so we've got this one that we used before. So if I go open, instead of create a new one, and hopefully problem sheet 1, we can go down to part number 12, open that. So we have used the cut tool before as well, just while my computer processes. So now with the cut tool, it's instrumental that you make a closed off section. So I could just draw a line down the middle, but that's not going to work. So if I go here, if I left click on that face and go across to create sketch. So now what we're going to be doing is, so if we turn this, so this is going to help me function to get this right, is turning it sideways like that. So if we have a look here as well, so everything's the same, right? So all I need to make sure though is I extrude this a little bit further. So I'm going to be showing you how to edit an extrusion that we did before, and then making sure I'd make this a little bit wider than it was before. So instead of, so if I do a rectangle, and I want this rectangle to go, the circle to go green, so I'm on the intersection there. And then what I want this to do is I want it to go 10, tab, 50, enter. So now that I've made that, I can go to 3D model, extrude. And then after a little bit of processing time, we can go to cut. And you see it's only going to cut down 10, and we want it to actually cut down 30. Okay, now you're not going to understand why did I pick 30 instead of 20, because that's 20 deep, and that's because we actually need to edit the extrusion we had before. So if we have a look at this, you can see that this is 30 millimeters deep. So if I go to extrusion 1, right click, and I go edit feature. So edit feature is different to edit sketch. So sketch, I'd be able to edit the sketch. This is literally editing how far I've extruded it or cut it. Okay, so now I make that 30. And then go OK. And so you can see now, if I look at it from the top view, sorry, if I rotate it around, you can see there that that is exactly the same as a drawing I had before. So let's make sure, guys, when we're doing our CAD work, we're making things easier for ourselves and not harder. You know what else would make this a lot harder for me? Would actually be if I forgot to go save as instead of save. So if I save that, I would save over part number 12, and it'd be really tough to, well, it'd just be a pain in the butt to bring it back to how it used to be. So if I go to save as, and then I can save this as part number 15 and go save. So hopefully this has showed you another way. And so I really like as well how in this tutorial that I've given you now, I've shown you how to edit an extrusion as well as open up a part and then make an edit to that as well. So hopefully this has helped, and we can move on to the very last video, number 16, next.